Sitting with polite society wasn't my thing. Sitting with Matthew and enjoying a glass of wine was. Matthew may have been holding court, but his place was crawling with Hollywood types after the concert. With rumors of a headline coming in the morning, everyone from aspiring starlet to ladder climbing executive to every frightened glamour old world studio head was shaking in their boots. I sat back and sipped on wine. Matthew had the whole crowd misdirected, but when the phone rang, you could have heard a pin drop. Matthew picked up the landline. How many people had landlines anymore? He listened intently, his eyes on me. Yes, I understand. I'll let everyone know. He hung up and turned to the crowd and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, as you may have heard, there have been rumors of Michael Tilford's death and disappearance." Murmurs started. I instinctively hugged the shadows, but Matthew's eyes found mine, and in them was solace. "Is the bastard dead?" one of the female executives asked. "They don't know. However, he has been declared missing." The murmuring became a dull roar. I slipped out of the room and stepped out onto the pool deck. I looked out onto the pool, and I was back in my childhood home. Only I was me now, watching Christmas. I looked to my right, and my father was standing alongside him. Visions such as these weren't unusual. They happened when I was struggling. I've always been different, and the only one who understood that was Dad. "Hey, Pumpkin." I leaned my head on his shoulder and sighed heavily. "What is it?" "You always know there's something wrong, don't you? Matthew is a good man. You could have the life I always wanted for you." "I never wanted the life for you." "I don't know. I've lived in the shadows for so long. I'd never wanted this life for you. Not like the one you've been leading." Tears fell quietly down my face. "I know, Daddy. I know I've disappointed you." "Dollface, you can never disappoint me. I see sunny carpaccio everywhere I look. I dream about the cake exploding. I see blood in the pool. But if you look close enough, you'll see a future with Matthew, too. Sonny has to pay for what he did. It's too dangerous. Sonny doesn't suspect you right now, but he could. And as you remember, women and children aren't sacred to him. If you want to take him out, it will have to be just as brutal as when he took you, your mother, your brothers, and me out. I have never questioned my choices in life, but there is one question that has always haunted me. Why was I spared? Why did I live? How did Sophia escape? And why was Matthew able to save me? That's more like a cross-examination. I'm not accusing you of anything. Of course not, Dollface. I just need for you to keep your eye on your friends. What are you saying? Matthew was a boy aspiring to great things in Hollywood when I knew him. The fact he has helped you cover up Tilford's untimely demise tells you he's a loyal man. Sophia, on the other hand, had her her finger on the pulse of everything. But she's dead, Daddy. Some would say she took her secrets to the grave with her. Who would she have told? He kissed the top of my head and hugged me. "You'll figure it out, darling." "Angel?" I nearly jumped out of my skin at the sound of Matthew's voice. "I was wondering where you went. I would say the party's inside, but everyone's actually taken the hint and gone home." "I've never been one for parties. It was swinging in there. I never saw so many happy faces over a missing person." Tilford was a predator. Women everywhere are rejoicing. I'm rejoicing. Where did you go, darling? The past. Everything there is so dark and dangerous. Why not stay here in my arms where everything is light and redemptive? Everything? Yes, my angel, everything. My whole life I have spent in service to vengeance. How do I just lay all of that down now? Matthew drew me in and pressed his forehead to mine. "I don't know, but somehow we'll figure it out together." I looked out onto the horizon and saw my family there. My father nodded towards me, and my 3 brothers waved. But then I looked to my mother, and she was weeping. I knew I had to make a choice, but right at the moment I couldn't. Matthew's love was strong, but my sense of familial obligation refused to let me go. Just hold me and promise me Tilford will not succeed in tearing us apart. He held me, but a cold shiver seeped deep in my bones. Tighter, I said. Sonny's grandchildren would pay. Sonny would pay. I would not be weak. I would pick my time and I would wipe them all out. Then I could have Matthew and not worry. Then I could have the life my father wanted for me and have peace. Until then, I would not know rest.